in this thing.
No, there's no support. There's absolutely no support for us.
So they could, and if he's paying child support, he's on the same system. He deserves the same medical treatment, which is full 100% dental. But they won't give it to him. Why?
No,
because he's a male, and isn't that the typical racism? Isn't that being biased? Isn't that everything they accuse us of?
Yeah, they gaslight us every day.
Right, they gaslight. They're right. That's once you reach a certain, that's a perfect way of putting it. They gaslight us every day.
Yeah.
They on one side they say, we're oppressing them, right? Men have all this power,
right?
And they're the victims.
But
and then at the same in the same breath, they want to pass legislation giving themselves free money that comes from taxes, and it's mostly men who pay the taxes. And when you bring all this up, they're just like, yeah, whatever, you're a man, shut up.
Yeah, you should just shut up, and then they shame you. Aren't you a good enough man? You're never good enough. Just be a better man. Just go get 2 jobs.
Do more. I know. Do more. Be like Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry, cowboy. I don't know if you're still.
No. No. It's okay. No, I don't go to church. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm very religious, but no. I just when it comes to Mgtow, like I see it as I don't know. It's a way of rebelling. If we could just get more men to think like us, the system would collapse.
Right now, for a while it was happening, and then it seems like the government came out with this. Well, you can see 4 people watching here. It's like there's a system of tempering us and not letting us be heard. And I'm sure more men would be interested in the philosophy and the idea, but they'll do the same thing to us. They'll shame us and say, "Oh, look at these." How many times in your Mgtow career have you been called an incel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, just today. So on these travels, I've been traveling all over the states. My last short was Bainbridge Island. I made a real quick short and posted it. Whatever, it's like 17 seconds or however long it is. And just today, some person, I assume is a woman, left me this lengthy message saying like, "Oh yeah, you're not a Mgtow. You're an incel. You were sent your own way. You're, no woman would ever want you." And I'm thinking to myself, yes, I definitely could have gotten married. There were multiple instances where some women the women that I was dating in the past, yes, I could have easily gotten married. But that's not the issue. And I think that whoever left that message...
They've even hijacked the incel, because Mgtow came up with incel pretty much. It was probably Hoka. I think Hoka did come up with it.
I was just about to ask I was just about to ask Joey, he even right now, I think he calls himself Steve Hoka Fan Club. Who is Steve Hoka? I hear his name bandied around. Is he like a famous inseller? Is that right?
Yeah, he was the original TFLer, True Forced Loneliness. Remember the book that came out in the, I don't know if you remember that, in the I can't remember the guy that wrote the book True
Rollo Tomasi, I think.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he bought into that whole thing that he was being forced to be, and then the incel thing came from TFL, and but they don't know what an incel is. We have it should not. They made it into a pejorative, and it's not a pejorative. There's a lot of guys.
I think they're trying to. Yes, I think they're trying to.
There's a lot of guys that are disadvantaged males, that are disabled males that will never get the opportunity.
Sure.
With a female. And you should be sympathetic towards those people. When I look at personality disorders, and I look at narcissism, and I look at there's 2 sides. This what they call the passions or emotions and that stuff. One of the biggest complaints on it is people without empathy. And when I look at these people sitting, and they made that incel thing into a pejorative, and they use it in a negative term. You're talking about a guy that can't walk, or a guy that has one little arm, or a guy that was born so disfigured that he will never ever experience love. Should you protect those guys? That would be like beating up a little kid. That's like not bound a person. That's against the law, for one thing, and we don't do those things. We don't pick on disabled people because generally they're weak. A matter of fact, an A male like us would protect those people.
Yeah, I agree. Except of course you're overlooking the fact that we're talking about men. So, but if it's a man, then you could just say screw him. In fact, make fun of him on the way out.
Right, because these men are useful to society in the way that, and a lot of them are. We have our friend John he's bedridden, but he's very useful to society. He's got a lot of great skills. We have a lot